Hi, welcome back to Holly Hobbies. Let's make this ice cream cone wreath that is perfect for summertime. I'll show you how to take flowers and a wicker floral basket, put it all together to create a triple scoop of ice cream in a sugar cone with that cherry on top. This is beginner friendly, really fun, so let's get started and craft this together. Hi, welcome back to Holly Hobbies. I am back in the studio and I have been dying to make an ice cream cone wreath. So since I'm still doing Patriotic designs, I thought we're gonna kind of do a little red, white, and blue one. And what I'm doing is I just got these little Dollar Tree bunches here, and I'm just gonna be separating them with my wire clippers right now into all the different colors. And I'm just getting it so I can take the green off the stem. And I'm gonna start prepping these, and I'm just gonna keep them all separated. And of course, I'm always gonna save all my little greenery for future projects. So I am just gonna keep doing this with all my bunches and see how much flowers I have. I wanna keep the stems as long as I can for the first cut. And as we start layering and stacking, we can clip those down a little more. So I'm gonna keep going with this. So I have all my flower stems cut, and I missed a couple of some greenery here. I took all the greenery off, and of course I always save the greenery for future craft projects. And I have my red, my white, my blue. I have all these bundles. I don't know if I'm going to use the red in this project. I might use the red, actually. I think we're going to do a 3-scoop ice cream cone is what we're going to do. I've been dying to do the ice cream cone. So we have our floral, and I found this basket I thought was really cute at the 9-cent store, and it was in the garden section. And of course I just thought, I mean, how cute is that? The first thing that came to my mind was not to put some plants in it and hang it. Look, it has the hole in there too for hanging, is an ice cream cone. Of course, the first thing that came to my mind. So you know how our crafter minds work. We're kind of crazy like that. We are always thinking of seeing objects and thinking of things that we can turn them into. So, and that, I think, is just going to make it super simple, because I was going to make the ice cream cone out of the witch's hat, the wire wreath frame from the Dollar Tree, and experiment with that, which I might do on another tutorial. A different style of ice cream cone. And so we're going to take this basket, and I like the way it is, and I don't think I'm going to do much more to it. I suppose you could cover it any way that you want. The outside of the basket, you could put anything to make it look like your kind of ice cream cone, but I think, to me, this looks like a sugar cone. And we're going to make a little 3-scoop Patriotic ice cream cone. And we're going to start with our blue. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this, I have some floral foam. And I think what I'm going to do is I might, since I don't have that other kind, and I don't have time to go to the store, I'm just going to I'm going to cut this and just use this. Or I might just stick the whole thing in here. Let me just play around with this for a minute and figure this out. I think I'm just going to stick it in just like that. So I'm going to take my half floral dome here that I got at the craft store. And I'm just going to stick it right inside my little cone basket here. And then I'm going to use that to stick my flowers into. And we're going to just start building up our design here. And we're going to start with that bottom scoop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat my glue gun up first. And then we're going to this would be a great thing if you had your melting, your skillet. You just do a little dip and stick. But I'm waiting on that. It's coming real soon here. And until that happens, we're going to use our handy dandy Surebonder cordless glue gun, which is my favorite thing. The cordless makes it so easy. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on, get that heated up, and we're going to start creating our design. And we're going to start putting all of these blue florals in first, and we're going to get it really full and fluffy. I'm going to put every single one of these blue ones. So the more you have, the better. It's just going to make it look like a nice big full scoop at the bottom. And I want it to kind of overflow the edges here, like it's coming over the scoop. So I'm going to let this heat up and we're going to get started. So what I'm going to do is we put this half dome in the floral foam. This is all I had, but any kind of floral blocks or anything that you want to do, you just put them in there. And we're going to use those to secure our stems. And we're just going to put a little glue at the tip, and we're just going to start sticking it into the floral foam, or behind it, in front of it, however you want to do to get the look that you want. And we're going to basically, I'm not sticking it in the foam yet, but I'm just showing you, we're just basically going to start putting it into our foam and building a blue cone ice cream base out of our blue flowers here. So I'm going to start building up our design. This is the one that I use my hot glue on, so I'm just going to use hot glue. And I just have to use what I have. And I'm just going to stick it right in here into that floral foam. And I'm going this first layer of the ice cream, we want to get very low. So I'm going to stick this in pretty far. This one I can keep up a little bit because I'm going to keep building around it. And you want some of them to overflow. And so we're just going to keep building our layer. Put a little hot glue at the end there. And I'm going to just keep placing that inside the foam. And I'm going to put all of these blue ones. This one, I like to go in a little bit further. And let's see what that one looks like as we start building it up. And I'm just going to keep adding all of these until we get a nice, beautiful first scoop of our ice cream. Our blue, maybe like a sherbet. I'm not sure what flavor a blue would be. Maybe a blueberry, some fresh blueberry sherbet ice cream. And I'm just going to keep working my way with all of these blues here. I'll put this one on this side. These are the longer stems. If you have to cut your stem a little bit shorter, make sure this one's too long. So I'm just going to take your wire cutters, clip it to your desired length. And there you go. And we're just going to keep sticking it into that floral foam until we get the desired look that we're going for. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to keep moving and working on this. And we're going to keep building a beautiful scoop of ice cream. And I'm just continuing, and I'm just building up our design. I'm getting it nice and fluffy with this beautiful blue flowers. They look like blue carnations, blue mums. These are all from the 99-cent store. And see, that's way too long, so we'll just cut that down before we do it. And you see how beautiful and this is getting, and I'm just continuing with my glue at the end, and I'm sticking it into the floral foam. Some I go in deeper, and others I keep a little bit higher because I'm just trying to make the look of an ice cream cone. So I'm going to keep going with the rest of this blue. I have a few left here to add, and then we're going to move on to another color. All right, so I added all of the blue, and look at how beautiful our first scoop. Let me just push this one down a little bit further. Sometimes if you, I don't know why, I think that was that original, that long one that's bugging me. I'm gonna pull this one out. Actually, that stem is glued in there, so I don't know why this one's bugging me so much. I'm going to add it onto another stem here, and that way I can cut it shorter because it was just a little bit too long and it was bugging me. So here we go. Let me just hot glue that. That's why it's good to always save any stems, greenery, anything that you cut, because you can always reuse everything. This one, actually, I'm going to cut that shorter. Okay, there we go. And there we go. All right. So now we have our beautiful first scoop of ice cream, any flavor of your choice. A beautiful blue sorbet, maybe a fresh blueberry scoop of ice cream. It is there, and it is gorgeous first scoop. So now what we're gonna do is you're gonna pick the color of your next scoop, and in spirit of 4th of July coming real soon here, we're gonna do a red, white, and blue. I was debating to do just a blue, like blue with the white, and then maybe just like a couple reds on top for the cherry, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough white here. So now we're gonna build another scoop with our red, and we're gonna build it right on top of this blue. So you're just gonna play around with your design, and you don't wanna go too far into that blue. You don't wanna squish it too deep. You wanna keep it right on top of that blue. I'm just playing around until I, and then I'll glue it for good. There, you just wanna float it on top of that blue like that. And then we're gonna start creating another scoop of ice cream now with our red. We're doing a red, white, and blue in spirit of 4th of July coming up. We're doing a patriotic design. So just like that, see how that's just floating on top of that blue? So now, once again, you're either going to use your skillet and dip it in your glue, which I recommend, but I don't have my skillet pot right now. I'm waiting on it. And I'm using a hot glue, and I'm just going to find my little spot in here. And we're just going to get it into that floral foam. And Even if it doesn't go into the floral foam, just having that glue is going to hold it in between where you're putting it, in between the flowers. So I'm just going to keep building up a beautiful little design here. And we're just going to keep moving along with the red. Now, and you're trying to just float it. We're doing another scoop. And we're just getting it into that floral foam, if you can, or in between those flowers, but your glue is gonna hold it, but you wanna get it so it's sticking into that floral foam. There you go. So some stems are gonna have to be longer, some shorter, depending as we go build up the scoop. We're definitely gonna have to have longer stems or they won't stick into that floral foam. See, there's the foam right there. So I'm gonna keep this one long, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep building up this next scoop of ice cream with our red. That could be a nice sherbet, maybe a strawberry ice cream, raspberry. And I'm just gonna keep moving along with my red floral. Giving it a touch of glue at the end. And we're floating this next scoop right on top of that first blue scoop. And you don't want any of that green to show on the red, the next scoop. So you want to get it deep enough so it's just floating. So we've got a few attached, and you can see what we're trying to create here. And I'm going to keep moving. I have all this red here that I'm going to be attaching into this, and I'm just going to try to build this big red scoop on top of our blue. So now I'm just standing it up, and I'm just trying to build another scoop. And if you need to stand it up and be able to get a different perspective with everything, sometimes you just have to use your fingers to get through into that blue there. There we go. Get it to where you like. But I just wanted to show you like standing up, and look at, now we're building that next scoop of ice cream here. Now we're going to put the cherry on top of our 3 scoops of ice cream in this beautiful ice cream cone. Looks like, and that adds the last finishing touch. I just hot glued that. That seemed to work the best. I put a lot on the bottom and squirted some in the middle when I found the placement that I liked. I'm so happy that you came to my channel and that we crafted this fun, patriotic ice cream cone together with a cherry on top. That could be a sugar cone, a waffle cone, but look how fun that was. And I hope you'll come back and craft with me some more. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow for more wreath and crafting ideas. Thanks for watching Holly Hobbies, from my heart to yours. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow for more wreath and crafting ideas. Thanks for watching.